So, are you thinking about getting the world's largest dog breed, the English Mastiff? Well, I have an English Mastiff, and in this video I'm going to give you some things that you've got to think about if you're thinking of getting one yourself. Welcome back to the Fenrir Canine Show. If we're just meeting, my name's Will Afton, I'm a canine behaviourist, and I'm the founder here at FenrirCanineLeaders.com, and this channel is dedicated to helping you choose the perfect breed for you. And in this video, it's all dedicated to the English Mastiff and whether they are the perfect breed for you. Now, I absolutely adore our English Mastiff, Eileen. I don't know what our life would be like without her now, but in this video, I want to give you 3 tips of things that I've learned on the way to raising our perfect canine companion Eileen, so that you can ensure that you get the best out of your English Mastiff as well. And the first thing that you absolutely must have buckets of is patience with an English Mastiff. Everything in the English Mastiff's life is simply slower, and slower than probably any other dog breed I've ever owned or worked with in my role as a canine behaviourist. Now, for me, I find this incredibly endearing. One of the beautiful things about English Mastiffs is that they do really try. They do really want to please, and they are really fun to train. But what might take my Labrador 1 minute can take Eileen 10. If my Labrador needs 5 minutes to complete an activity, Eileen might need an hour. It genuinely can be that extreme. So you must have patience. And you must have patience in all forms, from exercising, from training, and just simply living and being with an English Mastiff. Everything just simply takes longer. But we're quite a laid-back, relaxed family. After the carnage of work that is working and running this beast that's Fenrir Canine Leaders, when we get home, all I want to do is settle down and relax. And there is no better companion to help you do that than an English Mastiff. And Eileen is a dream for that. But you have to be patient with them, you have to take your time with them, and you can't get frustrated with them, because they are also very sensitive dogs and they do want to please. And if you're getting frustrated because things aren't happening fast enough, you can essentially hurt their feelings, which can jeopardize your relationship, which means you won't then end up with the perfect canine companion that you want. Now, you might think this is obvious, knowing that they are the largest dog breeds in the world, knowing that they can easily hit 200 pounds, if not more, but you have to be aware of their size. Now, again, I've had Mastiffs before. I like large dog breeds. I work with mostly giant dog breeds in my work as a canine behaviourist. I am very comfortable around large, powerful breeds. And even with all that said, I didn't quite understand or was prepared for just how huge English Mastiffs are. Pair that with how slow everything is, and just the act of moving around an English Mastiff can be a struggle. If you live in a small house, I do believe an English Mastiff could work. They don't need tons of room to express themselves, but they need tons of room just to simply lie down. They need tons of room to simply turn around. So if you have small rooms, they might be able to go in, but not necessarily be able to turn around to come back out. And you'll be surprised how much that can freak a dog out, whereas we might simply want them to walk out backwards. That can be quite stressful for an English Mastiff, especially an English Mastiff that are so sensitive, like we've already talked about. So be aware of just how huge they are. Make sure you have space in your house for the size of beds and crates that you're going to need. Make sure you have the size of bowl that you're going to need. We physically can't find a dog bowl that is big enough for Eileen, so we have to go and get giant industrial mixing bowls to feed her. Little things like that just are things that you might not necessarily consider when bringing a breed like an English Mastiff, or specifically an English Mastiff, into your home. And the last point of this is make sure you have a vehicle big enough. I've had to buy a van specifically because Eileen no longer fits in our 4x4. We thought our big 4x4 would be more than enough for her even when she's fully grown. And I was wrong, especially because we also have multiple dogs. It's a challenge, so we had to go out and buy a small panel van specifically for shuttling the dogs around, specifically because Eileen is so huge. It's part of what makes them incredible, but it's part of what makes them challenging to live with, and you need to be prepared for that. And then last but not least, we need to talk about stubbornness. Now, stubbornness is often a trait that is shared across all Mastiff breeds. And with good high-level training and following our methods and principles of being a high-level canine leader and having a dog that looks up to you for guidance and direction, you absolutely can achieve success with an English Mastiff. But pair in that Mastiff stubbornness trait, pair that with just how huge they are, and pair that with just how long things can take, you would be shocked at how frustrating it can be to live with an English Mastiff. So it touches back to that point of that you must have an abundance of patience, and you must be able to have the patience to work through what many people call stubbornness. A classic example of that is trying to get Eileen to go out to the toilet in the garden when it's raining. The simple act of getting her up off the floor when she's lying down to then get her out the door can be somewhat impossible. My wife physically isn't strong enough to be able to pick her up, just to get her onto her feet with a harness or a collar, or getting under her belly just to get her going. And she learns that that is the case very quickly. So she learns that if she doesn't want to go outside, she just has to lie on the floor and not move. And there's not much that can be done about it. Now, with high-level training methodologies and utilizing certain tools, you're able to overcome that. But pairing that stubbornness, that size, and the patience that you need, English Mastiffs can be very challenging. But I don't want that to dissuade you. All of those things that can be challenging in certain applications, for me, it makes them just the more endearing in the same time. I love how stubborn she can be. I love how huge she is and how hilarious it can be, her navigating the world with that size. I love that things take so long with her, yet she's still so eager to give it her best chance. You just have to remember, be patient, be aware of those challenges, give them the time and the love that they need. And for me, there can be no better family companion breed, and I'm so happy that we made the choice to bring an English Mastiff into our home. And if you're new here, subscribe so that you can join our incredible community, because I can't wait to see you on the next episode here on the Fenrir Canine Show.